resilient leadership. And everybody knows that leadership plays a very important role in the Cbas and ADHC setting of long-term care. And especially during this pandemic time, leader seems more important and more unique for our programs. And now that's, the resilient leadership is the only way to change the organization. And in order to change the organization, we got to change the culture. So I want to introduce what is the resilient culture, especially during this pandemic time. And I believe the most important thing is to prepare to deal with some difficulties, something that we have never done before. And even the state don't know what they're doing. And at first, when the crisis came, and the crisis can be viewed as the disaster, or is the end of the world. You can be panicked about it, but also can be viewed as the opportunity. I want to give you an example. This is something that really happened to one of my centers. And I remember that we closed down one day on March 16th. And on that day, one of my favorite program director called the participant because she thinks that she didn't feel comfortable at all. And she thinks that some of her participants might have some problem. And it's turned out that one of the participants has no food at home and no groceries. Guess what she did? She jumped in her car, ran into the grocery store, used her own money, buy the groceries, buy the food, send to the participant. And then we have meetings, board meetings, and all together discuss the strategy. And then we decided to open the next day. So we opened March the 17th, 2020. And this is a really good example about the leadership, the resilient culture that we have in that center. At the time, we didn't know if all this effort would bring some step back at the center. We couldn't end up nothing. We couldn't, nobody pay because, we don't know. And we don't have guidelines. We don't have guidance. We don't have nothing, zero promise that all our effort and all the payroll can get back. But we believe that we have the participants out there, they need help. Who told us to do that? The heart. So this is the leader. This is a resilient leader. So here I still, a definition, and I forgot from somewhere, I will improve that. And a resilient leader is a person who sees failure as temporary setbacks. They can recover from quickly and maintain a positive attitude and a strong sense of opportunity during this period of turbulence. And when faced with ambiguity, a resilient leader finds the way to move forward and avoid getting stuck. And after 2 months, we got it all. All the effort that we take from March the 17th, we got paid. But at that 2 months, nobody knows what's going on. So this is a good, very good example. It happened in one of my centers. I'm very proud of this resilient leader out there, the program director. She's a true hero. Okay, now let's talk about, I'm going to give you 4 items. It's not listed there, but you listen very careful and you put in the chat box, tell me which one you believe you're missing You know, I believe it's all important, but just give me one that either missing or you're not doing very well on that, okay? Number one is positive vision and always being optimistic. This is number one, write it down. Number two is taking action, taking responsibility. Number three is integrity and ethical practice. The last one is open communication. That means you have no lies, no fake news, no fake information, not even a half truth. Sometimes I didn't lie, but I don't release all the information. I give you a half.
Can you repeat number three?
Number three is integrity and ethical practice.
Thank you.
Or you can say, oh, on this core characteristic, and I'm not doing so well, but rest of it, I'm doing good. You know, I just want to see the weak part. Maybe it's not a good way to ask, but it's just a small practice. I should prepare for the pause, but we have some difficulties to get there. And I know the time and I'm run out of time, but I want to give you some of my experience or my point, and in three areas. And the first one is, as a leader, whatever you're an administrator or the program director, and first you need to take care of your organization to make it sustainable. This is the first advice I want to give to you today. Because we all working in the front line and to play defense, you know, keep the organization's mission, the vision, the value, and keep keeping our people, and don't let them go, because sometimes, you know, I lose my people too, because if they you know, claim the unemployment and they can stay home and take care of their kids, and you know, why they have to come and work for you. So keeping your people and keeping your customer, and the customer is our participant, and how to communicate to their families, and don't let them run to the other centers, and especially keep the business at the forefront. And we have all been there, done that, I'm sure. And we were all working together to fight for the budget cut, and we just experienced, and then we are working tirelessly to keep our business financials can be survived, and we protect our business. We try to keep our people safe and our participant and family safe, and every day, and we lead our team, and you know, at this time, I believe the team is more cross-functional. It's like, you know, I never seen such a great deal of the people giving me advices and giving me ideas and experience, share the resources and share the expertise. And, you know, they just quickly share in the way that enable the organization to take more in holistic function. Because now, before we just have to deal with one payment source, because that's the medical managed care payment. Now, and we're worried. We're worried about if the, you know, the budget cut, what are we going to do? And now we have to go out and reach and contact the Veterans Administration, contact to the regional center, and, you know, whatever it's called, you know, Tri-County and whatever. And, you know, they have different name in different counties, but, you know, we got to go and reach out. And have you ever tried Alzheimer's Association? They might have some resources, and we need to generate some income, and we need to prepare for the raining days. It's maybe not the raining days, it's snowing days. And I try my best and try to get the research fund, and I talk to Charles about, where the educational fund and all could possible to help our center to survive. So the first one I want to mention about here is the organization. You got to have it sustainable. Without the center, without the business, without the sustainable, business there, we don't have a job, And when, we help the staff prepare for their, papers, and it made me tearful because I hate to let them go. That is not a pleasant moment. So this is the first one. The second one is we need to take care of our staff and make them sustainable. And I just mentioned about open communication is very important by facts. And we communicate by facts. We communicate with no lies. We communicate without any half-truths. We show our heart. We exchange our heart. And, this is the leaders. And I remember that one time that I walked into one of my centers and the program director said, "Man, I'll be back a little bit." And then the surprise, you know what? The big birthday cake and the pizzas. And, that's the heart from her to treat their staff. So because one of the nurses had the birthday today, she didn't even know, and I didn't even know. That's the way that we need to treat our staff better. It's not just holding them, don't go away, work for me. It's the heart, it's the way that treating human being, the same thing. And, I have a lot of, areas I need to improve, such as sometimes I talk too much. Maybe, I'm a professor, I'm an instructor, I want to talk, and then I don't like people's talk. No, but I forgot, I try to be a good listener. And also as an administrator, I need to hire people. When I make decisions, I need to be responsible for the organization. I learned something. And I remember that one course that I took, and they told me that, you need to remember that we hire people, we want to hire the people with integrity, and we hire the people with intelligence, and we hire the people with the energy. Yes, sure, we all want to hire those kind of people. But the thing is, if the first one missing, no integrity, and then you know what? The second one, then the third one, the intelligence and energy will kill you. If they will kill your organization, and your business will pay the price for that. So as an administrator, I got to be very careful. And what else? Oh, the last one I want to share with you is take care of yourself. Make yourself sustainable. Why? Because without you, you cannot live.